Hello everyone. Today I'm just doing a brief overview of the weekly reset for today, which is March 16th, 2025 in Warframe for the Nightwave weeklies. So going over to the Nightwave console here, let's look and see what we've got. We've got the 3 rare fish in the Plains of Eidolon, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. We've also got the kill enemies with melee weapon. That was a daily from yesterday, which I already did, which is why it's showing there. I'm gonna ignore that one. We've got kill 500 enemies. That's pretty standard. It's there all the time. We've got complete 15 missions. That one is pretty standard as well. Shows up all the time. Love to see it because we can just do a bunch of fast relic missions like capture or rescue. We've got Xmas units. We'll get that one. We're killing enemies. We've got 3 Necromech Vault Guardians this week, so that means a Tier 3 Isolation Vault, or if you don't have that, just do any of the lower tiers till you get enough Vault Guardians. Vault Guardians is the Necromechs when you first get down to the ruins that are just hanging out there. Then we've got the Mirror Defense Objectives, 3 times in a single mission. That is the Tiana Pass defense mission located on Mars, from which Citrine comes from. You do have to stay for Rotation 3, which is the 3 waves of enemies, where you keep continuing the defense in order to get Citrine blueprints. If you just leave after the first wave, you might not see her blueprints. So if you don't have Citrine, this is a great week to be out farming for her. Then we've also got 3 Railjack missions. That's really wonderful. Pretty easy. Can just do any one you like. I personally have a daily of Mercy Kill an Enemy and then Mark Mods or Resources. Now, I don't know if those going to be different for everybody, but yeah, those weekly objectives are the same for everyone this week. So that's their objectives, and then the second part of this video, which we're going to get into here in just a moment, is going to be the 3 rare fish on the Plains of Eidolon, where I just want to show you briefly the easiest way to get that. Alright, so getting into the fishing segment for the Plains of Eidolon fish, we are going to go out to the plains. It does not matter if it is day or night. You can do this at any time. We're going to look for ocean hotspots along the coast. So obviously the hotspots are these little bubbly things that are rising to the surface. You see here where it's just like bubbling in a little circle. That's the hotspot, and that's where we're going to be fishing. Then I do want to show you the bait and the fishing spear that we are going to use. So we are going to Fisher High Luke, and we're going to look at his wares. And it's actually going to be the very first fishing spear, the Lanzo fishing spear. As you can see, when you hover over it, it tells you that it does catch Mercury. Now, if you don't really want to use these spears from Cetus, you can also just use the Ebisu spear from Deimos. It's the one that you get at the maximum Deimos rank with Daughter. It's like the fanciest fishing spear. That one works fine there. But this basic Lanzo spear will work if you don't have the Ebisu. Then also, if you're like me, I do recommend getting some luminous dye. It highlights all of the fish in the area. And then also you need to make sure you buy Mercury bait. The Mercury bait is pretty cheap, which is great, and it attracts the Mercuries to those ocean hotspots. You do need this bait to catch the Mercuries. So, after we've acquired our items, as you can see, there's a couple of other items there that you may be interested in, but once we've got all of our fishing items, we are out here. You can see I used the luminous dye. The fish are highlighted, and then you see we're just checking the names of the fish to see when the Mercury comes back, and we're giving it a minute. We're just chilling here for the Mercury. Now, I already caught 2 more before filming this, so as you can see, when I catch this Mercury right now, this is actually going to be my 3rd Mercury. It's small, but you know what? It does what it needs to, and boom, there we are. There is our 3 rare fish. And then as you can see, we're handing it in. There's our Nightwave rep, and we got a bunch of Mercuries. So yeah, that was the segment on fishing. I hope that this video on the Nightwave reset helps you out for the week, and I'll see you in the next video.